is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Dell in Texas. Hey, Dell, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, man?
My call. Great.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
I love your show. I just stumbled upon it probably, maybe a month ago.
And how'd you find us?
I found you on YouTube.
YouTube. That's a beautiful thing. Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Welcome to the Tiger family, man.
Wow.
I like it. Totally.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's making a great night, folks. Love is kind and just. When you're in love, a smile is always on your face. You feel good about yourself, and because you are happy, you are kind. Love is also just. When you make a mistake, you only pay for that mistake once. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 31, NASDAQ up 67, S&P's up 11, gold contract down $6.10, trading at $1,312 an ounce. Silver down 4 cents, $17.47 an ounce. Platinum off $4.50 at $9.91 an ounce. Copper off a penny and a half at $3.08 a pound. Light sweet crude. No bids on light sweet crude, folks. Down 44 cents. Trading $46 even. The 10-year note down 4 ticks, 127.02. 30-year bond down 2 ticks, 156.28. King dollar up 646 ticks, trading 92.830. The euro is at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 110.25 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so you get the SPY up $1.30. You're trading at 246.14. You're over the highs of the 25th as well as the 22nd. You're coming into your downdraft, and we're coming into that downdraft with 37 million versus 136 million. Now, in order to get a failure out here, you'd have to have the SPY today close under 245.62. That's the number that you're looking at. That'd be quite a move down into the close. What I do expect we are going to get, if I go over to the futures for a second, is that I expect we're going to give up about 6 points in the futures. So it's going to be interesting to see just how this thing shakes out. Where I'm coming from with that, folks, is this, is that when we just, we're an upward anemic volume, which we've been doing for a long period of time. That being said, what you have is that at about 11 o'clock this morning, that bar right there, which is the 24.51.50, that's where this thing could come back to pretty easy. So we'll see how this shakes out in the next 60 minutes as we come into this close out here. The NDX 100. Let's look at the 3 Qs. This is where you get some juice out here today, no doubt. You're up $1.72. You've done 23 million shares. You're at 144.70. Now that's over the downdraft of the 17th. You're into the swing high. You're just about into the swing high that we're talking about from the 16th. You're in there with 23 million versus 31. We'll see how this handles coming into this close also. The IWM, we take a look at the IWM. Small caps are up 90 cents. You're going into, let's see, we're going into 40 million as well as 21 million, and right now you get 11.7. So you're coming into those areas, and you're coming into those areas with dramatically lighter volume. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here trading at a price point of $13. You've done almost 300,000 contracts. You're coming into 322,000 contracts. Yesterday we did 460,000 contracts. That's a big number. So what you have is this. You had gold finish its ABC structure on the way up. 1327 was the number. You got the 1331. What I expect it looks like we're going to have here is now we're going to have a consolidation somewhere. The lows of that consolidation can be somewhere about 1304 and 1307. Where I'm going with both of those folks, those are the highs that we took out. You got to remember something. Gold started off July 10th at 1221, made the run to the August 11th, couldn't handle the swing points, made the run again to August 18th, couldn't handle the swing points, then basically ate that supply line up. Now what I expect you're going to see is that you're going to build cause. What gold is doing now is that it's building cause to get up into the swing point that it's been going for quite a while, and that's the 1396. That's the July 2016 swing high. The notes and bonds, bottom line, is just pretty amazing, actually, watching these things. So notes, they just won't back off. Notes out here today. Yesterday, the 10-year note, you took out the swing. You had the volume behind the move. We did 2.6 million contracts. You're basically going sideways. You're backing down a little with 1.1 million contracts. Bottom line, you still don't have sellers out there, which is pretty amazing. King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar? Let's go take a look at King Dollar. King Dollar gets into a low yesterday. It rejects lower price. You had an expansion of volume, however, and once you get an expansion of volume, this baby's going to get tested at least. You're going up today with 29,000 contracts. You go south yesterday with 51. You hit 91.955. Your ABC structure is a 90.19. I expect that structure is going to get hit. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this low volume market out here today. You have Bank of America up 44 cents. Gilead Science is up $5. We have, Cisco Systems is up 56 cents. You get Best Buy down 80 cents. Juno Therapeutics is off $3.40. Some of the Dow stocks out here. We have the Big Blue is down 48 cents. You got Microsoft up 98. Amazon, look at Amazon. Amazon's up 13 bucks. Let's go take a look at that baby. It doesn't look like much in the chart, that's for sure. Bottom line, 13 bucks. Inside the NDX 100, strength inside the NDX is INCY. That's up 10%. Gilead's up 6.6. BioMarin's up 5.9. Taken away from it is Discovery Communications. There's hardly anything that's actually inside the NDX 100 that is really taken that much away from it. The movers out here inside that NDX 100. Amazon is the biggest mover, putting 13 points into it. INCY putting 12. Regeneron putting 10. And Priceline, PC, let's see this one, PCLN. So Priceline right now is up $9.94. Yeah, that's after taking quite a hit. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up 26. Nasdaq's up 68. S&Ps are up 10.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials right now up 25. You get the Nasdaq up 68. S&Ps are up 10.5. Volume inside the indices goes like this, folks. NYSE right now is at 364 million, and that is anemic volume, no doubt about that. On the Nasdaq Composite, you're at 1.2 billion. If we go take a look at the IBB, that's where the juice is inside the Nasdaq Composite out here today, as well as the NDX 100. The IBB is up $7, trading at 324, and your last high out here, the low of the high is 322. The high is 329. We had volume up there of 1.6 million, so you're already into that low quite a bit. So that's saying that the IBB wants to go test the high, which is that 329 area. Let's go take a look at Walmart, because the fight, no doubt, between Walmart and Amazon, that continues. Walmart, bottom line, going sideways. Walmart also looks that it's having a hard time getting over that $80 and 40 cent area. That is a big number, and it doesn't look like that baby can handle that area at all. We go take a look at the GLD. What you have inside the GLD, of course, that's the ETF structure for the physical gold market. And what you're going to see inside here is this, and this is going to be intriguing to see where we shake out the end of the week, and this is why. So we took out the swing point from the 21st of April, as well as the June 9th area. We're at 26 million. You're going into, on a weekly now, you're going into 39, and you're going into 55. Let me just see something. So that's going to be right at this point. It doesn't look like that's going to actually take it out with volume. And the reason I'm saying that is that I don't expect we're going to have a lot of volume on Friday. And we'll see Thursday, what we very well could have also is that you get a tapering off of volume as we come into that area. When we do look at a few of the equities, different ball game. If you look at Newmont has the volume. We go to Royal Gold. We take a look at Royal Gold. That baby has been going up with volume. You're at 91.18 right now, and you got some juice there also. Do we have a caller, Steve? What? Hi, this is Tom. How you doing?
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
And who am I speaking with?
This is Cooper from Boston.
Cooper, how you doing, man? I'm sorry, I'm on a different IM here.
No problem at all, man. You've been doing well. I haven't talked to you for a while.
Yeah, I have. And yourself?
Good, yeah, busy, super busy, but things are good, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm disappointed that the weekend you're going to be up in Boston. I'm going to be at a wedding out of town, so I can't make it over.
Oh, okay. Well, until
cool
next time, right?
What's that?
Until the next time.
Until the next time, my friend.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm looking at MDXG. I'm actually in this thing at 15, but I want to see what you thought about it.
Let's take a look. So we get MDXG. They operate operate as a medical device company. The low $7, the high 17. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so you've been consolidating for quite a while here. Interesting. Pull this back a bit. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Okay, so on a longer basis, you get a big ABC up here, man. Okay, so your A point is 760. Your B is 16. Well, yeah, I mean, this is saying you got 22 or 23 coming at you. Now, that's a longer-term one, but bottom line, that's what it is. You know, when you get something like this is like a... So what we're looking at, folks, I'm looking at a weekly, and, you know, it's an ABC up, you know.
Yeah, I saw that, too. I just want to see if you thought the same.
Yeah, what does happen here, just so you know, when you're dealing with a weekly ABC up, though, you know, that can take a while.
Yes.
That's the other side of it. But you know what? When you look at longer-term charts like this, they're really nice because the clarity is pretty good, you know?
Yeah. Well, cool, man. That works.
Yeah, no, totally. So is this, let me just see, is this company a Boston company? No, Marietta, Georgia. I see. Okay.
No, yeah. I think I picked them up from IBD.
Okay. I see. That's
watching them on there. So.
That's always interesting if it's an IBD stock because those, you know.
They did a North America profile on this past weekend.
Okay.
So usually I kind of like to check that stuff out. But interesting company.
Yeah, it's a clean ABC up, man. I just stay right there and, you know, don't let it get under this 1463. You know, because if it does that, then you can get a deep retracement because this thing has gone so fast up.
Yeah, it has. Well, cool, man. I appreciate the insight.
Okay, man. Well, listen, thanks for calling. Great talking to you again.
You bet, man. Have a good day.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. Let's go and take a look at the GDX. So the GDX, folks, has to do with, of course, the gold equities. So we put this on a weekly basis, see where we stand here. So the GDX is going into 300 million. Right now, you've done 156. Yeah, this is not going to do 50 million 2 days in a row. Actually, I guess it could. We did 53 million yesterday. We did 83 million Monday. And we'll see what we'll do out here today. Yeah, I guess it could do it. There's no doubt about that. What's going to get intriguing, of course, is that you do have the jobs number coming out on Friday. Normally, that would put a little volatility into the marketplace. But, you know, this Labor Day weekend, folks, by tomorrow, I suspect people are going to start basically getting out of town. Let's go over and take a look at the XLE. So oil, actually, let's go to the oil market first. CLV 7. So this is the October oil. We're trading $45.98, and this baby just cannot catch a bid. You know, bottom line, this looks like it's going to make its way down to the 42.52 area. If we take a look at the XLE out here, you get a bounce today, 7 million shares. Well, it's up all of 2 cents, and you're going into 9.9 million. That's a problem child. We go look at ExxonMobil. Oh, look at this. It's going to break another low. Exxon, folks, just can't catch a bid. Pretty wild. So Exxon's down 34 cents. Now, that's not a big deal, 34 cents. What the big deal is, it's been laying at this low now for 2 weeks, $76.21. Right now, you're at $76.12. And, you know, and every time that we bring Exxon back, what is sticking out like a sore thumb is this high volume low from August of 2015. Now, the high of that low is $75.95. So what does happen when you look at the highs of that low, that's where you should get some support. If we get into that level by like even a buck, then get out of the way. Then you're talking a 66 inside ExxonMobil. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 27. NASDAQ is up 68. S&Ps are up 10.5. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Daryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to God's country for a workshop about the art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the tigers and tigresses for the special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
If you're looking to open your portfolio to a world of opportunity, consider the new market-safe emerging currency CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 5 equally weighted currencies from Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, and Turkey at a time when experts see great potential for global growth. Even better, it features a 7.0 leverage factor, which means you could earn a potential market upside payment of 7 times the CD's performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. The September 28th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look overseas and see what we had out here today. So you had the FTSE was up 0.3%. CAT in France was up 0.4. DAX was up 0.4. If we go to the DAX and you take a look at the DAX, what you're going to see is this. All these indices yesterday, we came down. You came down in some big juice. Bottom line is that they still can't get out of their way. The DAX in Germany, we've just gone from a price point of 12,950 to 12,000 in the last 3 months. And at this level, 11,868, which was the low of yesterday, has huge volume. So I expect, number one, you're going to get that tested. The real kick is going to be, are you going to get down into this 11,231, which is another 800 points down. It took, let's see, it didn't take long. It took 10 days to come down 1,000 points inside the DAX. And, the thing that's pretty wild is that the DAX, folks, normally likes to trade like our NDX 100. Now, that being said, of course, what you have out here today, the NDX, that has caught a big bid underneath it. The way the index has traded today, it doesn't have the volume, but the way it's trading, it's like that index looks like it's going to go all the way back to its high on the 27th, which is 59.95. Right now, it would only take one more day like this. We're up 73 right now. You're at 59.36. We correlate that inside the Qs. What you're going to see, same type of setup. In fact, the Qs, the high of the Qs are 145.96. You hit 144.98 thus far today. Small caps, we take a look at the small caps out here. Small caps are up 98 cents. Now, small caps, they have a lot further to go up to actually just change the trend. The small caps are coming into 40 million, and thus far you've only done 12 million. So that bid certainly is not there. Let's go into the XLF. Actually, let's go to Berkshire Hathaway today. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett was out there pumping it up. And bottom line, it doesn't take much. He knows how to do it. It's up 237, trading at $180.99. You're going after the $180.61. That was, I believe, the last high up here. Let me just take a look at this. Yep, there you go. So he's taking out the highs today. Yeah, he's good. That's going to close at a high, too. So that XLF, that is the largest weighting structure inside the XLF. But guess what? The XLF still hasn't moved. So let's go to the rest of these banks. So XLF's up 14 cents. JP Morgan is the second largest weighting structure inside there. Yep, that's not doing anything. That's up 32 cents. Light volume. Bank of America. BAC. Let's see. Yeah, Bank of America is up 43 cents. You're talking 44 million shares. That baby's coming against 78 million. Citigroup, 6 million. That's going against 19 million. Yeah, so that gets intriguing. Berkshire Hathaway, that no doubt is the strength inside the XLF. Chevron, let's go back to the XLE for a second. Shows Chevron trading sideways. That's down 17 cents, 107.69. And let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks and see what else has been. Oh, that's where I want to go. I want to go into Snap. So Snap out here today, folks. I believe tomorrow is going to be the day. Maybe today's the day. So Snap's trading $14.92. And let's see. Snap lockup ends. Maybe this. Okay, so here's the summary. Snap lockup is expiring after its $3.91 billion initial public offering. Here's the summary of. Okay, so the IPO. What an IPO that is. $3.4 billion. The lockup was 180-day lockup expiring today. It expires today, so tomorrow. I wonder if tomorrow is the number. The next lockup there's a 365-day lockup on 50 million shares that expires March 2nd. So the lockup. So this is pretty cool. So what's going on is that this expires today, meaning that tomorrow you want to be able to look at where good old Snap is, because tomorrow that's where the folks that are restricted from selling can, in fact, sell. And if we look at a few of these, let's go look into the management for a second. Okay, so if we pull up the management, We get the co-founder. Normally when I do this, it pulls right up the shares too. Let's see. Okay, so co-founder, Spiegel, PHDC. Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Okay, so the two co-founders and Benchmark Capital. We're talking about some big shares here, folks, if they decide to start laying out some shares. Robert Murphy has 97 million, 11.9% of the company. Evan Spiegel has 90 million, 11.2, and Benchmark Capital has 5.6% of the company, which is 45 million. And those, here's the next one. Then you got Ingram Karn. He has 9.5 million. That's 1.1%. From 4. Then you got Christopher Handman. He has 3.6. You have those right there. Oh, here's another one. Michael Linton, that's 2.9. This big numbers here. Sean Timothy, he has 2.6 million. You're going to see some of these smaller guys that have smaller. I'd love to have 2 million. We'd all love to have 2 million shares, right, of Snap at $14. Bottom line, though, what you're going to see there, if we actually start doing some work on that, I'm sure that those more than likely were people that were with the company at the beginning of the IPO structure, at the beginning of the company. They got shares. Those shares are very inexpensive. And no matter what the stock went for, folks, it's that dramatic, okay, that you went on an IPO, you did the IPO, I believe it's $17. Yeah, it's $17. It's worth $15. If you get part of that and you couldn't sell and you've watched it go down the whole time, what would you be doing? Bottom line, more than likely, you're going to be moving something out because guess what? 2 million times, I don't care whether it's $10, okay? Bottom line, big money, no doubt about that. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at, see if they're going to sneak a little selling into the close here. Not yet. You know, you get the S&P down 9.5. It's not going to take much to get to that number that we were talking about here. You know, which is down 5 more. Well, it's not down $5 more. It'll be down, yeah, it's down $5 from where we are right now. 24.52. That's only $4 from where we are right now. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give the Dow up 17, Nasdaq up 64, S&P's up 9.5. We're gonna be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 4. You get the Nasdaq up 57. S&Ps are up 6.5. Let's go take a look at these futures and see where we're shaking out here. So you got a little downdraft happening. You get an expansion of volume, which is saying that the bottom line, this might be game to this 2451 area. So this expansion of volume is pretty intense for a slow day out here. So we're hitting highs on with 18,000 contracts at the up at the highs, and then we just did 30,000 contracts. And on this bar that we're on right now, folks, okay, we've already done 29,000 contracts, and you got 8 minutes left into this bar. So that baby is saying that we are going to basically get down a little bit lower. So the 2451 probably is game. That's the way it seems out here. That's the way that I'm looking at this in this particular point anyway. So let me bring this down 1 second. I'm going to go into that. Sorry about that. Whoops. Okay, so let's go into the NQs, NQU7, because the NQs, no doubt, were the stronger. Yeah, they hit those too. So we take a look at the NQs out here, and what you have inside the NQs, whoops, that's the wrong one. That's not that one. We take a look at the NQs, yep, we just hit that with big volume too. So it'd be interesting, man, if the NQs actually give it, the NQs, this will be crazy if it, so 5904, that would be the number. You get 15 minutes. If the NQs ever give it up like that, that'd be pretty intriguing because those NQs, no doubt, had some good juice behind them. Okay, so let's see. December con, we gotta, let me see. December con, okay, so con's trading 345 a bushel. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this is a little problem child. It's a one-way chart, I guess, right? One-way trend. You know, there's not much I can. I can't benchmark this off something. Okay, hold on. Let me do this another way. What I can do, let me do. If I take this and C1, generic con, CZ1 maybe. I got to do generic con because I got to find out what it's going into. Sorry about this, folks. I'm having, you know what? I'd be happy. I can do this at the next break. I can't. What's happening on the con right now? I can't find the generic con. That's what's going on. Let's go take a look at the SPY and see if we get volume on the SPY in this next 15 minutes. Yeah, you do. So the SPY, you know, we just went from 246.32 here, 245.88, and volume came out 2.3 million, and that's only on a That's in 6 minutes. So the SPY wants to come down to 245.49. That'll be intriguing if we get into that area. Oh, thank you. Save ZC. Let me try it again. Let me look at the Qs for a second. Okay, so the Qs, 154. Good volume on the Qs also. High was 144.87, you're 144.51. Not the end of the world here. It would be if the Qs come down to this 143.97. That would be a big number going down into that lower area. Okay, we'll try this con again. Con. Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay, man. Okay, so here's the continuous contracting con. Take a look at this. Let me bring this back. I see what you're doing now. Okay, so now you're coming into lows that were established in September. I'd let it get there, man. You know, when you get this far down, like your high of the low is 318, the low is 301. So it looks like 318 is game. That's kind of how that normally works. You know, there's not much that wants to hold it up at 329. That's how that shakes out. 877-927-6648. The Dow Industrials, when we take a look at the Dow, inside the Dow out here, you are going to have a failure. So this is going to be interesting. So the Dow couldn't handle price. The Dow, got up today to the 21,914. That tested the high of the 22nd. Also had tested the high of the 25th. And you're coming into the downdraft of the 17th. And when we do look at that downdraft of the 17th, what you're going to see here, 17th we did 766 million, the shares. You're at 419 right now. That's going to come in with a lot light volume. So you're going to get a test both those days. Couldn't hold price, have lighter volume. You got another failure on price and volume. We'll see where the whole rest of this is going to shake out. The NDX 100, no doubt, is stronger. When you take a look at the 30-year bond, as well as the 10-year note, they want higher price. What that is saying is that this market still wants to go lower, which is going to be really wild watching this whole thing shake out. Because what we have here, of course, is that we're in window dressing. Bottom line, you're in window dressing. Your bias is topside. Holiday, no doubt, all together. And window dressing, folks, is the last 2 days of the month. That's where they just like to decorate it. The first days of the following month, meaning September, is a big number because that's where basically huge amounts of money come in from the IRAs, 401ks, all of the above. And, of course, those money managers don't get paid on cash. What happens is that they have to put the cash to work. That's when they start getting paid. Go back to the volume characteristic for a second. We're at 421 on the NYSE. You're trading on the NASDAQ Composite. We are at Composite is 1.443. Don't forget, if you happen to be up in the New England area, folks, we are coming into Boston. We're going to be doing a live event. That is going to be on September 30th. It's sponsored by Nadex. Check it out on the front page of TFNN. Can't wait to get up there. It's going to be a great event. It's going to go from 7:45 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. You get a full continental breakfast. We're going to have a lot of great education. You're going to get a copy of my book, The Art of Timing the Trade, signed copy, all courtesy of Nadex, folks. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. It's going to be at the Boston Marriott. That's on September 30th. Dow right now is trading up 13. NASDAQ is up 63. S&Ps are up 9. Gold's down 480. You get silver down 3 cents. We are going to be right back, folks.
Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We take a look at some of the, let's go to Big Blue. We take a look at Big Blue. Big Blue, IBM trading at 142.58. Now, this has been on a one-way track also. 6 months ago, folks, it was at 181. You know, for a company, this just hasn't been able to find any traction since it hit that 210, 215 in March of 2013. That's hard to believe. But that's how this shook out. That's your high, March 2013. Your first leg takes it down to 116. You do a counter trend bounce to 182, and we're back. We're on our way back down to this. It looks to me 134 is first. 134 is the high of the high volume low. 116 is the low. Now it saved it last time, and I expect we'll save it again at the 116 area. That is also the high of the October 08 level. You know, the low of November was $69, but then the high of October was 116. And what I expect you're going to see is that bottom line, it looks like it's going to come down into that area, probably test that area out again. And more than likely, I suspect it's going to hold there. The reason I think it's going to hold there is that there's so much volume at that particular point that it'll be really hard to bust that down, particularly because we have come down so long in Big Blue. But bottom line, they got to change their business plan. They got to get something going, because when you do look at it on a fundamental basis, what you're going to see each and every time you go back years, you're going to see their revenue is decreasing dramatically. They did $99.8 billion in 2013. They only plan on doing $77.8 billion this year. What's also happened, of course, is that on a continual basis, they keep contracting the amount of employees they have, and that's how they've been basically making their numbers for this period of time. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some more numbers for you after the close. Dow Industrials right now are up 24. NASDAQ is up 65. S&Ps are up 9.5. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free... The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Pete in Long Island. Hey, Pete, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Good evening, and I want to give you a big thank you. Last night I called for your advice, and you gave me such wonderful and correct information. If you remember, I was short 3 gold stocks,
Yes.
NEM, AU, and AEM.
Right.
And based on your opinion, you've been right on the mark with this. Boy, it was wonderful, Tom. I got to be honest with you. It's unbelievable what you're doing for your radio listeners.
Well, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Kicking into Labor Day weekend. How's that? Wow. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but yours. It's a trippy card. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 27, NASDAQ up 66, S&P's up 9.5, gold contract down $5.50, trading at $1,313. We take a look at this gold contract. What you have out here is this, folks. And it's going to get intriguing, of course, coming into a long Labor Day weekend. So, gold out here. Yesterday, what do? You go top side, you have price, you have volume, you have everything. We did 460,000 contracts out here yesterday. You took out the highs that we've been trying to take out for quite some time. We took out the highs of the 17th of April as well as the 6th of June. Both of those highs, the 17th of April is 1307, June is 1305. When I expect the ABC structure, folks, of the A to B equals C to D was 1327. Now what I expect you're going to have is this. You're going to move sideways. Bottom line, we're going to consolidate for a bit, and what gold is looking to do is looking to go up and into the swing high that's been laying out here since July of last year. That swing high is 1377 on the continuous contract. The October high was 1316. That's where gold gets smoked. It went from 13.16 to 12.49. Election, November 7th, gold went from 13.38 to 12.18. Those two, that's your supply line. So we made it over the swing highs. You made it with volume. Now what you're going to see is that you're going to build some cause. And, oh, this gets interesting, though. You know what? This is even better. Hold it. I just figured this is even better. You know what we just did? I have this on a weekly, and what's going to happen here, very possible that we get a weekly ABC up. Let me see this. The 11. Oh, this is going to get intriguing. Okay. I love it when this happens. Specifically, folks, what happens is that, you're so far into the forest that into the woods, you can't see the whole bigger picture, and it looks to me like this bigger picture at 11.26. You get $1.68. Let me see what this comes out to. 168, 1204. $13.7. I see. Oh, this is cool. Okay, it's the same number. So check it out. It is an ABC up. 1372 it would be the weekly ABC up. The swing point's 1377. That's where this baby's going, man. 1377. That is the highs of July of last year. Notes. The 10-year note. If we take a look at this 10-year note, actually, I'm going to bring up the 30-year bond. The reason I'm going to bring up the 30-year bond, they both took out their swing points, folks. They had volume. They had all of the above. You're going to see the 30-year. We're going into the November downdraft. Now, what's going to happen with the 30-year, I want to see it actually have a couple more points. The reason being is this. The high of November was 164. The low was 155. Now, we're eating into it. We're at 157 right now. That's saying that, if we get about another point and a half, then that would be saying that 164 is game. And, of course, 164, that brings these 30-year rates down once again. Right now, the 10-year is at 2.136. You need a mortgage, you want to refinance, get out there and do it, folks. Yes, they can get lower, but bottom line, that's not a bad number. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar out here. There's a bounce today with 29,000 contracts. Yesterday, we went downtown, and as we went downtown, you did 51,000 contracts. Now, watch how this works. The 29,000 contracts is also coming into the 44,000 that we went down on the 25th. So you can see you have contraction happening. I do expect, you're at 92,865. This thing can get up to 93,370. Can actually even get to that swing of 94.055. What you have happening, of course, is that if it bounces up the next couple days, you're going to have that contraction on volume. That's going to be a test of the lower swing point with lighter volume. And the last bounce that we had in oil, folks, was so anemic. It's phenomenal, actually. It wasn't even... The dollar should have bounced higher than it did, but it didn't. If we go over to the natural gas market, natural gas, tomorrow the numbers will come out at 10:30 in the morning. And the way natural gas is trading right now the oil market, doesn't want higher price. Natural gas, however, at $2.93, $2.94, it looks like natural gas does want to try to get up into the $3 mark. That's the way that has been shaking out. We look S&P. So let's go take a look at the S&P out here. What do we have with the S&P? The SPY out here today traded up $1.16. You've done 54 million shares. You closed out at 246.01. Now, 246.01 is over the high last two swings. So what is game out here is 246.60. We made it to 246.32 today. And being a bear that I am, I like the idea of how this traded here today because if it's going to test this 246.60 tomorrow or Friday, I expect the volume's going to die in the vine once again. Today we did 58 million going against a 128 million. The small caps, what do we have inside the small caps? Small caps out here, they went up with 15 million shares. They're going against 40 million shares. The diamonds, the Dow Industrials failed on price and failed on volume. That's how the Dow shook out. couldn't handle the price point. We got to 21,914, which was over the high of the 22nd as well as the high of the 25th. And so 22nd, 25th, and 17th. That's the days that we're looking at. So 27th, 25th, 17th. We did 646 million going into 766. Bottom line, get a failure on price, failure on volume. You stay right there, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 27, NASDAQ up 66, S&P's up 8.5. We're going to have our man, Mr. Nico Dahan, coming up with us, and we're going to be talking Primal Edge. We're going to be talking health, baby. Stay right there. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 27, NASDAQ up 66, S&P's up 8.5. We got our man, Mr. Nico Dahan, in studio today. And folks, if you haven't heard Nico and Paige's show, it's an outstanding show. You want to get healthy, stay healthy. Every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. You can get their show. You can do it right on your cell phone, too, folks. And, of course, everything's archived. You go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right in the top of the carousel, save $25 this month when you sign up for Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. Okay, so What's happening, brother?
Hey, everything's good.
to
Everything's
see you.
good. Yeah. Enjoying the shows, and life is great.
Life is great, man. Life just keeps going, doesn't it?
It does. If you're healthy, it keeps going.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm on here, really, is because I want people to try the Primal Edge. And it's real important because today, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
You have nothing.
That's for sure.
So, what is Primal Edge?
Okay. A few years ago, I've been buying all kinds of vitamins.
Sure.
And I
like
wanted,
many people. Like
Yeah,
many
just
people,
like
right?
many people. I
If
found
you want to be
myself-
healthy, you try a lot of different things,
yeah,
right?
I found myself spending like $250, $300.
Okay.
And it was just getting too much, and I was getting the best.
Okay.
I was using Mark Sisson's stuff and other people's stuff. I was trying different stuff, and I was never really satisfied. First of all, there's lots of capsules and things,
Yeah.
and I didn't want that. And when I was starting my show, when Paige started coming on, she started talking about this fulvic and humic acid
Okay.
that you need to open your cells up to allow the good stuff in and take the bad stuff out.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
there's a
So it's about
symbiotic relationship that's
Okay.
going on in your body, and your cells are just not going to open up for anything, especially with the type of food that we have in our modern living today.
Okay.
It's not the same kind of food it was that our ancestors ate, or that we even ate, maybe your grandmother or
Okay.
my grandmother.
Okay.
Things have changed because everything is packaged, everything is
Sure.
processed, and we're trying to get
Well,
away
I think,
from...
you know, there's no doubt, 'cause, and both of us remember, you know, in the supermarket with everything being fresh and things going rotten pretty quickly. And then all of a
and
sudden...
that's a nightmare to a retailer.
Right, and then all of a sudden, like the tomatoes are lost it forever, and I was always wondering, oh, now they're nice and pretty. And remember, they were always never pretty, but they tasted
Well,
great.
They learned how to pick them before they actually ripen them and stuff, and you know, all that stuff that you do to them, and the bug spray and
Sure.
the genetic engineering that's
Sure.
going on is not good for us.
Okay.
It's just not what we were always. You know, for thousands of years, we were in the pristine forest and the flatlands and everything, and everything was good because we got it from the wild. When we started farming, we know that genetically we're not the same type of people. We're not as healthy. So the best thing is always out in the wild because it takes care of itself. This has 360 different ingredients that we
Organic,
need to be
cell-ready,
healthy.
liquid ingredients.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
liquid. I wanted liquid because it's easy to take.
Yeah.
The fulvic humic acid has that earthy type of taste to it. I happen to like it.
No, it's good. No, I know it's good.
I know you take it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got all the essential vitamins and minerals in there, and it's got a lot of other good things in there that we know is plants or medicine. And
So the key is that you take this and and this goes into your cells, right? Because you're talking about opening your cells versus closing your cells when we're eating food, right?
yeah, well, the food has to be broken down by your body. And we
Right.
know that because of the food, the type of food that we're having, it's not as good as it used to be. So you need to supplement just to get those vitamin
Right.
and minerals. Because, you know, our ancestors probably had 130 different species of animals they ate and probably 200 or 300 different types of plants that they ate. Now we eat 6 vegetables and 2 or 3 different kinds of meat.
Yeah.
And you know,
If that.
Yeah, if that. And do we know if they're eating the right food?
Right.
You know, because they're feeding, in our modern living, we need to make money, so we need the profit going up. So
Yeah.
the worst thing is, like you said, fresh food is not very profitable.
Right.
So
Right.
the only profitable food out there is stuff that you can get rid of or keep on the shelf for years.
Yeah. Have you gone to Whole Foods yet since Amazon took it over?
No, but I know it's just changing. I mean, the price
Yeah.
is insane. I
But-
hope it lasts.
I know, because that's going to get intriguing, man.
It's
They,
definitely-
you know, Whole Foods folks, they took it over Monday, and they came down on some prices. Well, they came down on 39% on apples. They make
Yeah.
too much money on apples anyway.
Well, the thing that bothers me, if they're going to continue on this, we're not going to see the food that we're getting until it arrives. And a lot of people are pretty, you know, when I go and get a melon, I want to squeeze the melon before I pick it out and get it. So that puts a crimp in my style.
Well,
as
you're going to
far-
be able to do that at Whole Foods.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll deliver it for you. Is it the same thing that you're getting that you picked out?
Oh, well.
You know, I mean, those are things.
No,
if
those are
you're
questions.
really talking about food, we're talking about getting the best that we can. So
Right.
we inspect it, we
Right.
make sure it's good. I even go deeper. I want to find out what the animals are eating and where
Yeah.
the stuff is grown and whether it's with pesticides.
Right.
But I know I'm still not getting enough, and this is where the Primal Edge comes in. And this is really the best time, Tom, to get this. $25 off the price.
Yeah.
So if you're a subscriber and you already get this, you can get an extra bottle too.
Okay.
Because it's
So let's walk them through it. So
Okay.
you're at the front page of TFNN, folks, and you know we've done this only one other time, I
twice.
believe. Right? We've done it twice.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do it a couple times a year.
Okay. So the way it works, folks, is that you do a monthly ship. You're going to get $25 off in the first bottle. So you pay only $64 versus $89. Now, does a bottle last a month? Is this how it's supposed to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And you can double up and take more, so that's why it's handy to have an extra bottle around.
Yeah.
Or if you want to turn somebody on, it's a great little present to give them. Hey,
Right.
you know.
Right. And, the key is, no doubt, is staying healthy.
That's for sure.
Staying healthy.
That's what I'm
and
all about.
you take a cap a day, right?
Yeah.
Is that you take a cap a day?
I use a shot glass at home, but the
Okay.
cap is the same thing.
Okay. And it tastes great too, by the way,
Yeah.
folks. Okay.
And it works. You can feel it. I mean, you're on this thing for a month. You're going to know that you've changed something in your life.
Right. Right.
So that's how
And
important
when
it
you're
is.
talking about $89, so what ends up happening is that if you do the monthly auto ship, is it
It's $89 a month
Okay.
after the first month.
after the first month?
Right.
Okay. And so so check it out, folks, on the front page of TFNN. Now, since I got him in here, right, I'm gonna pull a quick one on him, because I'm not pulling a quick one on you, but I really am.
Okay.
Because the other night, right, we were somewhere and someone said, "Have you seen the movie What the Health?"
Yeah.
And I remember you mentioning it. Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
So we go home, Bridget, Livy, and myself. So picture Livy's 13, folks, right? And we're watching What the Health, right? Now the first thing that now picture, we're all meat hounds, right? I mean, in a big way too, right? Okay. So and Bridget and I, of course, we love the butter with the coffee. I mean, we like the fat. So what ends up happening, folks, so we're watching the movie, and the first thing that we see is that, and Nico had mentioned something that, that he thought it was by the grain companies that were putting it out. But so I said that to Bridget, and I said, well, let's watch it anyway, okay? And the way they started it out with, of course, all the processed meats.
Right.
That are terrible for you. But I think everyone knows they're terrible. It was kind of intriguing watching how the whole thing was starting out. So talk to me about what you think about.
Most of the studies that were on there, in
Yeah.
fact, I think all the studies that they were talking about processed meat, they were talking about these factory farms, and they were talking about things like Spam, and
Right.
I don't know what's in those things because I don't eat those things.
No one does. Yeah, right.
Yeah. You really have to look deep into these things because, that's quite a compelling movie. It was really done well. And I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, I'm not having meat anymore because of this.
Yeah, Nico and I are going to be right back. But check this out, folks. So we watched that early. And that night, we all three of us had salad. So stay right there. Nico and I are coming right back, folks.
That's funny.
If you're looking to open your portfolio to a world of opportunity, consider the new market-safe emerging currency CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 5 equally weighted currencies from Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, and Turkey at a time when experts see great potential for global growth. Even better, it features a 7.0 leverage factor, which means you could earn a potential market upside payment of 7 times the CD's performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. The September 28th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Daryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to God's country for a workshop about the art art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the tigers and tigresses for the special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Nico DeHaan, Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Don't forget, folks, Nico, Paige, they got a great show every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 in the morning. Get up, hit TFNN, whether it's on your cell phone, on your computer. You're going to get, you want to stay healthy. We were just talking Primal Edge. We have a special on Primal Edge. You can check it out right in the front page of TFNN. You save $25. And I want to talk a little bit more health. I want to talk.
So the movie was really based on a few studies that took people who were eating basically really bad food, and then you switch them over to just about anything that's healthy. Like,
yes.
Yeah, and mostly what they were switching them to was vegetables and some grains and things like that.
Right.
So you take anybody off a really bad diet and put them on just about anything that's clean, it's going to be okay.
Sure.
And you're going to see results.
Right.
So, and this is one of the reasons why vegetarianism is kind of a draw, because you do get that initial rush. You're starting to clean up your life.
Right.
You're probably even looking at other aspects of your life, like maybe I should do a little exercise. Maybe I should walk before dinner or after dinner. Maybe the water I'm drinking is not good. So a lot of things can happen in these studies. But if you take a study of just the average American diet and put them on any type of clean, what I call food, whether it's a paleo, primal, the kind of stuff that I eat, or whether it's a vegetarian, or whether it's somewhere in between, you're going to improve the quality of life. Now, what our show is all about is how do you sustain that through your lifetime. And the last 20 to 50 years, make it a lifestyle. And what we're saying is that the only real lifestyle that has been proven was the ones that our ancestors ate. Local food from their area that was seasonal. And we know the animals were picking out their own food, so they know what to eat. We're the only species that seems to get lost in that.
Well, you know, and folks, when you're watching this film, the film is What the Health. If you end up watching it,
it's on Amazon right now, so, watch it.
What I really want you to pay attention to, though, and this is the question for you. So they were talking about diabetes, and it seemed that they were being not truthful in the aspect of
they were saying that meat causes and sugar causes diabetes.
Well, but they were saying that no,
the sugar doesn't really mean that much.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, one of the doctors said that it doesn't matter what diet you're on as long as you stick to it.
Yeah, right. Well, which made no sense to me.
No, if you're on a bad diet and you stick to it, that's no good.
You're done.
Yeah.
And then the aspect of what ends up happening, and Nico and Paige talk about this a lot, and I happen to work out with Nico a lot, so for years now. So
definitely for years.
And the key is with your body, you want your body working off fat, not off the sugar. Because what happens is
every species of animal on this planet runs off of fat. Now, some convert the carbohydrates, like a cow converts those things. They have bacteria in that converts that to what they can use as ketones.
Okay.
And that's basically the bacteria pooping in their stomach, and that bacteria creates other bacteria, and there's a symbiotic relationship that takes place, and that's all converted to fat that the cow runs on. We're the only species, because of our modern staple food has changed. Because our staple, think about it, if you're going to survive in the woods, anywhere, miles from people, and you're killing your own food, you're going to be eating grubs and insects and all these proteins that are out there, and you're probably going to catch some small animals and a big animal if you score it really good. And you'll eat some greens because you know what you're eating, perhaps.
Sure.
If you're a little bit wise about plants. But to me, plants are medicine. They're real powerful, but you have to know what they are, and a little bit goes a long way. Our staple has always been the animal food, and mostly not the meat. Mostly the organs and the blood and all those other things. So it's stuff that is completely foreign to us. But that's what we grew up on as indigenous people everywhere.
Yeah, right.
And slowly but surely, agriculture, about 7,000 to 10,000 years ago, we started using agriculture to save our lives because the fauna was gone because of climate change, because of ice ages and things like that. So to live through an ice age, not too many animals around maybe, they're scarcer, we've hunted them all, and you happen to have these grains that you kept and it's saving your life, and now you think, oh my God, this is from the gods, it saved me. Right. So now let's make it a staple. Besides, we can travel with it. It makes great for war. You can get your whole army fed.
Right. Right.
But animals are not good for war.
Right.
Because they get chased away when, you know. I mean, it's just, so you think the whole world has changed because agriculture has put us into this modern system of locking up a food, having policemen around, and having a government to protect that, or a church in some instances. And that's how our modern society has worked.
Well, the intriguing thing that, you know, if we go back to, we're watching the film, folks, so we end up all of us eating salads that night, and most of it had to do with between inside the film, and there's no doubt, and believe me, we buy organic everything, and it had to do with the amount of chickens and the amount of pigs and what they showed there, and I knew that. Do you know what I mean? But it's disgusting. Okay, so it can keep
there
you
are
away
other ways of doing that. If you have a factory where you jam all these things together, the chickens can't even stand up.
Right.
They're not healthy, so you have to fill them with hormones, and you have to fill them with antibiotics. So if you let the chicken run wild, it picks its own food, and then you can catch the chicken.
Right.
Not as profitable.
Right. Oh, no, for sure. It's not even close. It's not even close. Now, the intriguing thing here goes like this. So picture this. So in the household, we're all talking about and saying, okay, now you got to eat vegetables. And I'm going to bring you back to a story, and some of you folks know the story. I was trading with a guy in 1994, right? This is how far I'm going back. So picture this. I'm living in Boston, and we're trading up in Waltham. And we're trading S&Ps every day, I think. We're trading everything. But bottom line, we're back at the house, and I'm cooking, right? And so Tommy at that point, well, he was 14, right? Caitlin's 12, right? So I'm taking all the vegetables, and I'm, cleaning all the vegetables, right? And he looks at me, right? He starts laughing. He says, "What are you doing?" Now, pitch this. This guy, folks, well, we were all kids at that point. His parents, but he had inherited the farm. He owned one of the biggest blueberry farms in Maine. Oh. Okay? Yeah. And he was down in Boston trading. He'd go back and forth on weekends. He'd stay down for the week and go back. Bottom line, he says, "Do you know what we do to that stuff?" Right? I looked at him. I said, "What are you talking about?" He says...
Feed it to the pigs?
No, to the vegetables, right? Yeah. He says, "Do you know what crap we spray and all this stuff?"
Did he say that? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sitting there cooking dinner for us, right? And that was one of the biggest heads up. I mean, here's a guy that has one of the biggest blueberry farms in Maine. And by the way, folks, that's where in Northeast they make millions. There's big money up there.
Oh yeah.
And it was just such a heads up. So I'm always cognizant of, even, when you're a vegetarian, it's like, okay, what have they sprayed on this stuff that we're eating too, right?
Remember too that the vegetarians are not really eating. I mean, I think people in the paleo are probably eating more vegetables than that, because the people who are the vegans and that are eating a lot of grains.
Yeah, right.
So lots of bread and pastas and things like that. Those are the things that get us into trouble.
Right.
Because these are the things that spike our sugar, which stops the fat burning. So we started being a sugar burner. Then you get hungry more often. So it's a violent highway that you're going down when you do that. It's just not a healthy thing, and that's where diabetes finally is the last straw.
So every Tuesday, every Thursday, folks, 7 in the morning, you're getting up, having breakfast, listen to the show. You're going to learn so much. You and
living
Paige,
a primal lifestyle.
right? You learn so much. It's phenomenal. It's living a primal lifestyle. You can get it on archive, get it on YouTube, get it live, right here. Thanks, brother.
Thanks.
Have a great one.
Primal Edge, folks.
That's right. It's a beautiful thing. Stay right there, folks. Coming back with a few more numbers. Cool, man.
Thanks, man.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 27. NASDAQ was up 66. S&Ps are up by 9.5. And if we go over and we take a look at how this market is setting up at this particular point. So S&Ps out here, folks, you went up $1.16. You did 61 million shares. Your high in the S&P is 248.91. That high was established on the 8th of August. Last low out here was the 244.83. That was on the 21st. Now, what we tried to do today is that we tried to get into the downdraft from the 17th. On the 17th of August, that's when we went from $246.60 down into 243. We did volume of 128 million. Now, I expect this thing is going to probably try to get into that area once again tomorrow morning. We hit 246.32 today, so you missed it by 28 cents. That baby wants to get tested. you're at a Thursday. You're coming into a long weekend. I expect you're going to have a contraction of volume tomorrow. So if we get that test, if it stays over it, guess what? That means you're going to go to the high, whether it's volume or not volume. You get that test, and if it is on not only just lighter volume than the 17th, what I'd want to see is I'd want to see lighter volume than today also, which is 61 million. And we go into the NDX 100. Now, the NDX 100 is going to be the big one. The reason being is this. The NDX 100 did have price spread, did have expanded volume today. We did 33 million inside the Qs. So the Qs are set up that they are going after the swing high, or the high, period, which is 145.96. You got into a 144.65. Now, it's definitely dramatically lighter volume on the way down. We came down with 70 million on the 17th of August. We came down with 63 million on the 10th of August. We came down with 80 million off the highs. And of course, that's not even talking about June 9th, which was a disaster. That's when that was the first get-go on the way down when we went from 148 to 138. Let's go in and take a look at NVIDIA. The chip stocks, folks, which started the first downdraft on the June 9th area, that's when NVIDIA went from 168 to 142, took all the NDX stocks down with it. What's intriguing here now, it wasn't the chips that took this higher today. What you had, it was inside the biotechs. The biotechs basically took this high. You had Regeneron up $8. We take a look at the winner out here was INCY. That was up 10.6%. And what this is all about, this one here, I believe this is a rheumatoid arthritis drug. Let me just see this for a second. Let's see. So INCY, this is it's a biopharma company. The company develops, commercializes small molecule drugs used in oncology. And I believe, though, this is, let's see. Yeah, I can't get by this real quick. Yes, it is. Okay, so no, I'm not quite sure. Bottom line is that you can see inside the NDX 100, that was a monster move because you had that stock was up 10.4%. Gilead was also up 7%, and then BioMarin was up 5.6%. So BioMarin, they develop and commercialize enzyme products. And this baby, let's see where she's trading now. Well, they had quite a bounce. I mean, in both of those, BioMarin's down from $100. You're at 87. Let's go back to the INCY. So that's at 138. And this equity, yeah, this equity doesn't look like BioMarin. No, this equity's been consolidating at highs. So this equity, yeah, looks like it's going to basically make another run up into this 153 area. If we do look at the IBB, what you have with the IBB out here today, that also wants to go into its highs. It went to the lows of its highs today, which is the 322, closed at the 324, the high's 329. That's going to go after that high. And we'll see if, in fact, it can get any juice after that high. Now, what you are also in window dressing. So the way that window dressing works is this, folks. You get the last 2 days of the month, then you get the following 2 days of the new month. And in this particular case, when we start talking about the following 2 days of the new month, what's happening, of course, is that we have tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hold it, no, let's see. I'm 1 second. But yeah, we got Wednesday and Thursday. No, we got Thursday. It's Wednesday today. Gotta love it. Okay, so we have tomorrow. Then what you have is you have Monday, Friday, which is the 1st. Monday is the 4th, where we're off. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So realistically, you probably have the 5th and 6th of next week also. That normally all the monies that, whether it's pension funds, whether it's IRAs, whether it's 401ks, that money comes out of paychecks. That money comes into the accounts. That money normally gets put to use. What we are going to see is that you're going to see Friday, it's going to be a very anemic day inside the marketplace. We do have jobs numbers. Now, what happens with the jobs numbers is that because of Houston, the disaster that they had in Houston, we got to send some good energy, good white light down there that they're going to need it for a long period of time. Even though the ADP number came in strong this morning, folks, the ADP number came in strong with like extra 50,000 jobs. We'll see how the jobs number comes in. I suspect what the market will do is discount it a bit because the disruption in that whole area is going to be huge, and we'll see whether that shows up in the numbers this week. If it doesn't show up in the numbers this week, it'll show up within the next few weeks, that's for sure. What we did have is that we had the GDP approach the 3% mark, and that what's intriguing there, even with that aspect, you'd think that the banks would catch a bid because that would be saying that, hey, guess what? The Federal Reserve would have more of a incentive to go up in rates. Well, if you look at the Fed fund future rate, folks, we still are not over 50%. Until last week, we were over 50%. That you'd get another short-term rate hike in March of 2018. That went from 54% down to 47% at the beginning of this week. Now, we are not over 50% until next June. Next June, you hit 56%. September 1%, November 1%, December 33%. So it's pretty intense when you look at it that way. Bottom line, our lower rates are here for a longer period of time. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. And, of course, don't forget, you get Nico Page tomorrow morning. Great show. Check out Primal Edge right on the front page of TFNN. Stay healthy, folks. It's a beautiful thing. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Guess what? Stay healthy as much as you can. We'll come right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. And, of course, we're coming into September. And September 12th, folks, what is September 12th? That's Apple is debuting their newest iPhone. The thing that's pretty wild out here is that what just come across the tape is that you got Tim Cook. He just sold $43 million worth of stock the last few days. Now, that's all the stock that he got as, a bonus. Big numbers. He has plenty more stock, but the bottom line is that what they're showing here is that the last 2 years, he sold all the shares that once he got these shares. Now, what's intriguing here is that there's a study done by Bernstein, and what the study is, Bernstein research, the data complied by Bernstein Research shows that Apple shares rose an average of 16.1% in the 6 months before the launch of new iPhones from 2008 to 2016. In the 6 months after those iPhones introductions, the shares only rose 4.1%. So bottom line, it's really intriguing. And if we do look at Apple, what you're going to see in this particular case, Apple's been on a tear since the July 6th. July 6th, Apple was at 142. Bottom line, you're at 163. 6 months ago, Apple was at 138. So bottom line is that we'll see where that shakes out. But I do expect what you will have. This just came across the tape. That is going to get a little bit more press, as Apple comes into this debut. What also is inside of that, which is important to understand, is that these chief executives do only have so much span and time that they can actually sell stock, because they put these plans in place prior to selling the stock. So you got to take all of that into consideration. But bottom line, 2 years in a row selling a lot of stock. This one's going to be really intriguing. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow morning, 7 in the morning. Nico and Paige, folks. Go get them, folks.
Grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.